Hi guys, welcome back. We're here to do the Karmic Third Party, Volume 3. We're going to pull a ruin and we're going to see what's coming through with this energy and the individual for the third party. So we're doing this live in the Members Hub. And yes, there will be an extension, which will be in the Members Hub if you need it. Those of you that are viewing this after on the main page. And the memberships next month, as mentioned, are evolving. They're changing. So the content we provide will be changing. Okay. Let's see the current energy, please, for the karmics. I was like, oh, good. Okay. Let's see where it lands for masculines relating to this individual and the feminines. And the feminines, please. I always love seeing how these come through. I'm getting a lot of throat chakra coming through for these individuals. Feels a bit funky. How you doing? Yeah, I was like blogging and I'm like, man, you seriously got to go do that video. You said you were going to do that video. So I stopped what I was doing. And I thought, I better come towards you guys now and see what's going on. So I'm getting the star signs on the website ready for June. And I was like, YILDIZ, stop. It's going to take you all day. Heck. I'm using a different deck. I can't remember the name. But we're going to see. I'm going to pull 3 for the masculine. Oh. This is how they see each of you. This isn't you guys. Like the air stopped. It's very cold at the moment. It's quite bizarre. Okay, this is their opinion of you guys and how they're looking at you. Okay, let's get these. Bear with me. They've already come up trumps with a real icy card. Spirit Keeper of the North. Looks a bit cold to me. Bit cold. Okay, it looks like something's going up. Let's have a look at this ruin before we go any further, because I want to know the surrounding energy of what this is. How are we doing? I don't know. It's got a bit of an airy feeling today. We're 2 days off the eclipse. 14, 15, 16. Yeah, well, 2 days. Not long off the eclipse, and I'm feeling this funky energy. I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I like this. Anywho. Oh, it looks like a harp. Okay, so this is the ruin cast that the karmic third party or karmic cycle, we look at it both ways, meaning God and mouth. Raven, which can be the occult wisdom. It can be an ending and a death of a situation. Odin, ash, figgery, agaric mushroom, very Jupiter and Pisces. It's when we have this revelation. Raven, Mercury, Wednesday, and air. Okay, Spirit Keeper. Very cold, bit of a cold. It's like something's put on ice. Something's been put on hold. Let's have a look. It's in the upright. Advice, communication, contemplation, inspiration, authority, tradition, blessing, and verbal skills. Esoteric, initiation, sacred knowledge, divine inspiration. Okay. Now, remember, this is based on their demeanor. Each of you may know who the individual is. Now, what I'm saying coming through at the moment is they're changing tactics. That concerns me. But I mean, it's healthy, providing it does move into that healthy energy. But there's something in the past that they're looking at, especially relating to whom they're with at this point. And at the heart of it, what needs to happen is they need to correct their mistakes. Okay? But trust in the divine plan. They're not. Okay. This is what is from the past, what is coming in at the heart of the matter. It's an opportunity for them to change their ways. in the outcome and potential outcome is to let go and to allow and to trust the plan. This is their advice, okay? This is what's coming up as a spiritual test. But I feel that they're looking back, and instead of accepting, they're tactically trying to remove, it's being put on hold. Something's being put on hold. It's a delayed emotional response to it. Somehow subconsciously, I feel these individuals feel that they can change the path. Some things can't be changed. Something, you know, it's like age, time. We can't get those things back. But they're not changing. They're not looking at it from the perspective of they're accepting of what something is. Yeah, very Mercury. Mercury's in retrograde currently. It's the card of Virgo. They're not really looking at the devil in the detail. They may not be critiquing the way in which they're seeing a circumstance. And it's funny because the harmony's in the past tense position. Spiritually, they were in more harmony before, but they're not seeing the revelation of this. And I'm noticing there's a purple lotus flower. It could be an emotion, really in a sense of a feeling of knowing or feeling maybe that this spiritually, like head and heart. And I'm noticing it's, how do I put it? There's the star on the third eye, and there's the star in the higher heart chakra. This was supposed to move them into a place of liberation. But it feels it's more to do with the navigation system of the way they're looking at things. They're not getting the message. They're not getting the PDF spiritually of why these things are happening. They're also, I'm seeing a lot of sixes here. There could be something to do with their health and family coming up. And so, you know, whatever this is, it's taking a big toll on them at the moment. I feel for some, they're not in communication. They're sort of believing that this can change. They're believing in the impossible. They're believing it can change. It can, but it doesn't usually go generally the way we feel it should. It goes the way the universe intends it to go. They're still not happy with the divine feminine, and they feel the foundation is breaking with the divine masculine. So there's a disharmony, not accepting, not making peace for the divine feminine. This is the out-of-body experience we have when we need to go into victim consciousness and somebody else is to blame. It feels there is a disharmony between you and this individual. And that they're knowing they need to let this go, but at the same time, their mind is quite cluttered and thinking quite a bit about you in the mix. They do feel that, you know, they're kind of hoping you just go away and love yourself, but it's what you're doing. And that was the message in the bottle, the PDF that they were needing to take. So you're triggering them, but it's the shadow element of what they're seeing inside themselves. With the divine masculine, there can be a little bit of blame. I do feel there could be something of a belief system. We've got grandfather sky. It's almost accountability when it comes to group energies. They were going with the flow with this, but now they're having very strong opinions about what should happen. And it can feel like there's going to be conflict with these two individuals. But there's a lot of projection going on. Okay, what is the surrounding energy with the karmic third party, please, in the circumstance this week? Okay, there's something in the mix of this connection going by the wayside. They could be juggling. There could be a feeling of going left and right and not sure what to do. There also could be an understanding that the person that they're directly dealing with maybe isn't as present as they'd like them to be. The person can be currently there, but it just feels psychologically and spiritually there could be something either A, in their career sector going on, or B, it's almost feeling that, again, divine feminine, you know, not really making peace with this. As soon as there's a problem, the first thing they're going to go to is, okay, who's the perpetrator? I feel they're changing a situation. There can be changes around home and family. For some, again, it can be that they're putting pressure on this. It's almost like it's like when you're signing a contract and you know, it's there's an advert over here in Australia, and they end up checking the receipt. And in this commercial. It's like, start the car, you know, it's like, hurry up, let's go. And I kind of get that vibe coming through. I've got this vibe that this person's almost like, okay, we need to change our tactics. I'm getting concerned. Something's going to take away my ship. So I've got to get in there and I've got to be tactical with this and I've got to lock it in. And it feels like they're trying to, this extreme is to keep that individual where they are, either at the home with the plan that they have involved. It does feel a little bit pack mentality. Yeah, they're in a rush. They're in a rush. What is this rush? I'm getting this vibe something is sent via text message and this person's not impressed. I don't know if maybe for some it's like a breakup is sent via text message. This person's storming in. This person's really angry. They're like, how dare you? Oh, God. This person also may know that for some, it can be that both twins are actually seeing each other and maybe have been in, you know, happy hour with each other. For some, it could be that they're caught out. I told you, divine feminines are being the media for good and bad things. They're wanting this to come to an end. It feels like they're passionately having a response towards potentially the person who's involved with this karmic. I feel they're having a very extreme response. There also could be something in their family going on relating to a relative, because we have the widow one in reverse. It's like, you know, it's almost like till death do you part. You know, one wants to maybe tie the knot, the other doesn't. The other is looking at a commitment in a very different way. For some, there's a health-related dynamic here, and that can be relating to monies, legacies, inheritances. But we do have the Chariot here, but it's in a hurry. It feels like this person's rushing in. This person's rushing in to address something. They feel angry. I do feel there's a bit of conflict here. I feel the person who's involved with this individual is sort of on the fence. They're a little bit distant. It's funny. I had a friend do a reading for me years ago, and I'm getting that a lot these days. Is when I'm channeling an energy, it's almost I'm seeing the energy of a person and the size they're coming through in the premonition. The bolder they are, the stronger they are, the more ascended they are. In this instance, I'm feeling counterpart who's dealing with this individual is feeling quite tired. I don't get that necessarily as a bad thing. I get it more with the stance of their body, is that they're run down. They're frustrated by the situation. They're tired. I'll show you the cards. It's like, you know, almost like just got nothing left to give into this circumstance. And so they're up in the head. Look at the way the man is slouching his shoulders. It's just like really exhausted, you know, can't really keep up. Praying to Gaia that it's going to change. We've got the scholar here in reverse, and it's a very critical energy towards self. But I think it's a positive thing. I'm not really getting this as a negative thing. I do feel the karmic individual is getting a bit shitty at the situation. And they're really pushing the point. This person doesn't have that much energy, and because they spiritually don't have that commitment for this situation, it is agitating the karmic third party even further. They can be going into manipulation and being really direct in their notion. And again, it's fatiguing this person, whomever it is that is in this karmic relationship, be it it's a feminine or masculine. It's like their shoulders are really slunched over, sort of just, it can be that they're giving their power away, but it's like giving up, so to speak. What are they jumping into here? What is this? Look, I feel some are thinking, God, I went in where angels fed to tread. Yeah, crown chakra. It's like they're, you know, the person who's involved with this individual is actually feeling very disillusioned by this whole circumstance. There's nothing much more to give. They know that, you know, any renegotiation in this situation is they've seen enough. Let me put it that way. Okay, how's the karmic feeling to do with this place? Yeah, it's to do with stability, and you know, it can be value systems coming up. It can be stability. I do feel this person is going from hot to cold. This did come up initially. I put them back in and I shuffled, and we got the grounded card, which is all to do with base chakra. So it can be a home environment. It could be that they're getting very flighty, right, with Neptune and Pisces, and then getting to the point they're getting very grounded. And so this person's kind of like, look, I don't really trust if you've turned over a new leaf, because emotionally, you know, it's almost like this comes back and rears its ugly head, and it is quite forceful. I do think this person is trying to persuade counterpart to looking at the circumstance in a particular way. But it takes two to tango, and I think this is what they're realizing. It, you know, I'm hearing the term "you can go your own way," so it kind of feels that this is their concern. They feel as though they're moving forward without this individual, so it's making them a little bit more anxious. Okay, is there anything? And we're going to go further into this. I feel there's a bit of conflict. I do feel there's gossip. There's gossip of some description. It's fine. For some, yes, it can be that the karmic has a third party, has another path they want to go down. But for some, I think it's on the other way. It's almost like they're feeling that they're losing the grip of this, and this person wants to walk out the door. Yeah. For some, I do think what's on their mind is that a contract is coming to an end. We have the lawsuit card here. We've got the card of a contract being severed and concerns in relation to it. For some, I do feel that they actually have had a mini split. This can be where the person is going back into that negotiation and trying to get it to swing back in their favor. But it kind of feels for some, this person may not be in their life currently, or it's very distant, but there is something in the mix relating to this being a contract and feeling maybe judged, but also looking at it like, gee, this is going to happen again, because I kind of get this gist that it's happened before. So I don't think this is the first time. But I do think the person's energy that is dealing with this individual is getting quite wary and really doesn't have the energy. I do feel there's a little bit of victim consciousness, and it can be jumping into, okay, they're showing me, for some that got into this karmic relationship, and this can be over the last 6 months, I feel they went from one relationship to another. And so within this connection now, they're kind of revisiting during Mercury retrograde these emotions of abandonment. And so they kind of don't know what to do. But they do know they've got to hurry up and find some balance. This can be for some relating to a family-related dynamic. For some, it's almost like they're in two areas. It could be they're, you know, they're hanging out with twin a bit more, and then they're over here and they're dealing with a family-related dynamic. So it's like their energy is quite split in two directions. And I feel with this karmic cycle that we're currently dealing with, it's like we're trying to strain out the sediment so that we can get to the top and we can move forward. Something is coming to a head, though. I feel that they need to be ready, and I do feel it's going to cause a lot of tension, okay? This is going to cause a lot of tension within this situation. I just feel a dispute. Let's have a clarifier, please. What is this dispute that I'm showing? Yeah, it could be a lover's tiff. Could be in relation to a third party. Some, yes, it is to do with divine feminine or masculine, but... Okay, what is this family-related dynamic, please? Yeah, there's something that they believe they should be doing. The karmic believes counterpart should be doing, but it's unmanageable. What is this place? It does feel very unmanageable. I feel it's coming to an end. It's something of the basis of their belief systems, even though psychologically they know something is coming to an end. I'm noticing the 6, so this can be a health-related dynamic. So it's almost like delusional on the way they're seeing it. Somebody appears to be hallucinating. There's money in the mix of this circumstance. This could be an inheritance. I also feel, for those that were working with a karmic, I get the feeling that in the mix of this, it could be that the individual was pulling the pin and finding new employment. New employment. Yeah, it's almost like they're pulling the umbilical cord away. I'm going to pull 2 cards for masculine, 2 cards for feminine, and then we're going to go into the extension and dig deeper. But yeah, there's this conflict coming up, and so they know where the conflict is. It's like, okay, I've got a solution. I'll pull the pin. Masculine, 2 cards, please. Feminine, dealing with the karmic situation. Okay. Ooh-wee. They're really unmotivated by it. There can be somebody who is, it's making them feel as though this person's using them. This can be for financial security. It can be quite a manipulating person, or you're not. Again, there's the Saturn energy relating to the masculine. I do see wealth coming through here, but they're actually questioning the deeper reasons why they bother. I don't know what this is. Like I said, for some, it can be a family that they've always just gone with the flow with it, but maybe stayed on the sidelines. These emotions are coming out quite strongly at the moment, but they're really questioning why they even bother, because it is something that is coming to an end. They feel a little bit, they feel like unmotivated by it. But for some, it's almost this caution that there are a group of people around them that do have a lot of conflict, and it's a very toxic environment to be in. It can be a very self-indulgent environment, very judgmental, very self-centered. I'm seeing a document. Let's pull a clarifier. I'm seeing a document. There's something to do with assets. I feel for some of them, the location and where they're living at, for some of them, they may be questioning why they're living there. So there's also a house in the mix of this situation going on. Yeah, it's like they're having a lot of revelations. I don't feel they're looking at it the same. And I think this is going to be a very interesting week for divine masculines dealing with the karmic. But in a minute, we will go into the extension. I'm going to have a look at the feminines dealing with this karmic cycle. I feel overall, I feel like if this is an individual that has either come back from the past, or you're looking, it's almost like you're not attracted to it. There's something here in the mix that the divine feminine is dealing with that they're just not attracted to. Some of your values can be changing. I also feel the way you're dealing with your health and your diet is changing too. I think the emotional upheaval, it's almost like it's not defining you at the moment, and you're really studying on, what you're going to do moving forward. It could be, some of you could be psychoanalyzing the words, but I feel there can be a letter that comes in. I feel there's a letter. You could hear something through the grapevine. Some of you are really confused about, especially if there is a third party energy being the karmic, with your twin. You're kind of looking at it like it's not attractive to you anymore. It's not something that you're really interested in. Some of you feel all of a sudden that you just want to sell things, that you want to get rid of things, and you just like something's not resonating with you, so it feels like it's dying, and it's like you just want to push it to the wayside. You just want to keep out of drama. You don't want anything to do with drama. This has caused a lot of stress. You could be in awareness of who an individual is and not want to be around their energy. I'm also hearing be cautious of who you trust. And I feel this is more to do with if this person comes towards you and says, hey, be friends, be cautious, especially if you've had dramas with this individual before. Yeah. Okay. Especially an ex. But I feel this is a feminine energy coming towards you for some of you. I feel this is more a person from the past. This is a feminine energy. It could be somebody linked to your twin. It could even be a friend, but it feels like feminine energy. This could be a person that's giving you advice. Or projecting their experiences towards you. So I just have this feeling that they may be interested, but this is a separate person. Be careful of this friend. This friend's feeling a bit funky at the moment. You're kind of looking at them like they're a little bit ignorant and innocent, but I'm getting a vibe they're not. just watch this one. This one be shady, okay? I don't know who it is, but this one's shady. Love you. I'll see you on the other side. Come through and see the extension. I'll be back in 5 if I can turn the computer off.